Good morning, students. How are you? Hope you are staying safe at your home. So, in the previous video sessions, we have discussed about the features and importance of organization. In today's video session, we will discuss about the organizing process. So, what is organizing process? Organizing process is a series of 4 steps. It is a series of 4 steps which includes identification and division of work, departmentalization, assignment of duties, and establishing reporting relationship. So let's start with the first step, that is identification and division of work. So organizing process begins with the identification and division of work. So first of all, you have to identify what all activities are to be performed in the organization, and then you will divide the work accordingly. So after identifying the various activities, that what all activities are to be performed in the organization for the successful running of the organization, then after that you will divide the work that according to the specialization, according to the eligibility of the employees. Second comes departmentalization. So after identification and division of work, you will see that the similar activities are included in one particular department. For example, like the sales related activities we can say put to the sales department. Then finance related activities will put to the finance department. Marketing related activities will put to the marketing department, and purchase related activities will put to the purchase department. So that's what we call it as a departmentalization. After departmentalization, you will assign the duties कि कौन सा बंदा करेगा. दैट इज असाइनमेंट ऑफ ड्यूटीज़ कि प्रोडक्शन मैनेजर को ये रोल देना है, परचेज मैनेजर को ये रोल देना है, सेल्स मैनेजर को ये रोल देना है. तो यू विल असाइन द ड्यूटीज़ कि कौन सा काम कौन सा बंदा करेगा, कौन सी जो अपन ने जो जॉब रोल्स बनाए हैं. दैट इज असाइनमेंट ऑफ ड्यूटीज़. दैट इज कि आपको परचेज का काम देखना है, आपको प्रोडक्शन का काम देखना है, आपको फाइनेंस का काम देखना है. After that, you will establish reporting relationship. Establishing reporting relationship means that who will accountable to whom. कौन सा बंदा किस बंदे को क्या होएगा, accountable होएगा. That is authority and responsibility relationship. कि कौन सा बंदा superior है और कौन सा बंदा subordinate है. दैट इज एस्टैब्लिशिंग रिपोर्टिंग रिलेशनशिप कि जैसे कि असिस्टेंट मैनेजर किसको रिपोर्ट करेगा, मैनेजर को. मैनेजर किसको रिपोर्ट करेगा, जर्नल मैनेजर को. जर्नल मैनेजर किसको रिपोर्ट करेंगे, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स को. एंड बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स किसको रिपोर्ट करेगा, चेयरपर्सन को. तो दैट इज एस्टैब्लिशिंग रिपोर्टिंग रिलेशनशिप दैट हु विल report to whom. So these are the 4 steps in the organizing process. Next comes the types of organization, that is formal and informal organization. So what is formal organization? It refers to the organization structure which is designed by the management to accomplish a particular task, that in which each and everything is formally organized. Each and everything is having a hierarchy, that who will accountable to who will report to whom. यानी कि each and everything is to be done in a very systematic manner. That is what we call it as a formal organization. So formal organization is that organization which is established, which is designed to achieve or accomplish a particular task. Characteristics of formal organization. तो वो कहते हैं कि फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के क्या कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स हैं. डिफाइंड इंटर रिलेशनशिप. सो फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन क्या करता है, इट डिफाइंस द इंटर रिलेशनशिप कि आपस में जो 2 डिपार्टमेंट्स हैं या 2 एम्प्लॉयज़ हैं उनके बीच में क्या रिलेशनशिप है. बेस्ड ऑन रूल्स एंड प्रोसीजर्स. formal organization always work on the rules which are defined in the organization, and they are always based on the procedures processes defined in the organization rules. Then third characteristic is based on division of work. Okay, all the tasks cannot be performed by a single person. So in formal organization, each and every single task is divided according to the specialization, according to the qualification of the employees. Deliberately created. Formal organization never automatically created. It never automatically created. It is deliberately, it is intentionally created to achieve the organizational objective, to achieve the organizational goal. Impersonal. Formal organization structure is very impersonal, or a formal organization is very impersonal. We don't discuss on the personal matters. In formal organization, we don't discuss on the personal matter. We always behave in a very professional manner in the formal organization. More stable. Formal organization is more stable as comparison to the informal organization. So then, what are the advantages of formal organization? So in formal organization, we have defined that who will perform the various tasks, यानी कि कौन सा काम कौन सा बंदा करेगा, ये हमने उसमें फिक्स कर दिया. तो व्हेन वी हैव फिक्स द वर्क, तो इट इज़ ईजी टू फिक्स द अकाउंटेबिलिटी कि ये बंदा ये काम करेगा. अगर उस बंदे ने वो काम नहीं करा, देन ही विल बी हेल्ड अकाउंटेबल. तो इन फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इट इज़ ईजी टू फिक्स अकाउंटेबिलिटी कि अगर ये काम इस बंदे ने नहीं करा तो यही बंदा क्या है, जवाबदेही है. ही इज़ द ओनली पर्सन हु इज़ आंसरेबल. No overlapping of work. In formal organization we have defined the job rules कि कौन सा बंदा कौन सा काम करेगा, तो जो ओवरलैपिंग है काम की वो नहीं होएगी. Unity of command possible. Unity of command means the person should receive the order from one boss only. The person should receive the order from one boss only. So in formal organization, the single person will give the orders to the number of workers working under him. So unity of command is possible in formal organization. Easy to get goals. So with the help of formal organization, we can easily achieve our goals. Stability in organization. So formal organization is very stable because we are working in a very professional manner, we are working in a very impersonal manner. Next, disadvantages. Every coin has two sides. If formal organization have number of advantages, then they are having disadvantages too. Delay in work, because we have to work in a hierarchy, we have to work in a procedure. तो जब हम procedure में चलेंगे तो काम delay हो सकता है. Lack of initiative. So there is a lack of initiative because worker is having a, you can say, fear of his superior. The subordinate is having a fear of his superior कि अगर मैं कुछ अपने तरीके से काम करूँगा तो कहीं मेरा जो बॉस है वो मेरे को गुस्से ना होए. तो इससे क्या है, वो इनिशिएटिव ही नहीं लेता. तो देयर इज अ लैक ऑफ इनिशिएटिव. Mechanization of relation. As we work in a very impersonal manner, we don't we can say focus on the personal relation, we don't focus on the emotions, we don't focus on the social gatherings. So we can say that in formal organization we are working on a mechanization of relationship. So please watch this video very carefully, and if you have any query, I will sort out in your tomorrow's Google Meet session. Thanks and have a nice day.